Question: which is your favorite monster movie with the word monster in the title of the movie? There's quite a few. Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
Today we are reviewing Love and Monsters. I'm aware it came out in 2020, but now Netflix has it in the UK and a few other places as an original title because they bought the license and now they can claim it's their film. Which it obviously isn't. It came out in other places, but for everybody that's going to say, but this isn't a Netflix original, in this part of the country it is. But for now, let's jump into the review.
In a monster-infested world, Joel learns his girlfriend is only 85 miles away. To make the dangerous journey, Joel discovers his inner hero to be with the girl of his dreams.
So Daniel O'Brien is our protagonist here. He's this geek guy that gets scared when it comes to monsters. And unfortunately for him, the love of his life is far away on the surface in an apocalyptic future where monsters have, creatures, insects have evolved into monsters. But we would class them as monsters now. But if they were itty bitty, they would just be like, oh, cool, weird creature. I mean, to be fair, we still get creeped out by them now. So can you imagine how big they, if there's one as big as your house, you're going to find that difficult to overcome. And so Joel is one of those people that gets scared and he's got to overcome his fear, go on land. And it's a simple story, A to B. Joel's got to get from this place to that place. Along the way, he meets Michael Rooker, who is an amazing character.
Oh, he's the best.
And I could have done with a lot more of him on screen. He's fantastic. He meets, along with Michael Rooker, there's this little girl who, I think she's 6.
No, she must be older than that.
Yeah, I think they said she was 6 in the film, but she looks 8 or 10. Her intelligence on screen comes across as she's much more older than she is. The way she emotionally reacts to certain situations I thought was fantastic. I would like a story, like a spin-off movie, just with those two.
Absolutely.
Also, we have a man and his dog, so that's part of the story, which we can talk about. It was great. And then obviously we have the end big apocalyptic moments that we're obviously going to get in this film.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was really well put together. The scripting is great. I love the fact that it's a monster movie, but it's not too serious and it doesn't take itself too seriously. So you have these light elements. Well, obviously you do have real danger. You do have real, some of these monsters really want to eat you because you're just food. So there's real danger and there's real... what's the word?
Intensity?
Yeah. There's real intensity, there's real sort of thrills, but at the same time, they don't suck you down too much. There are moments in the film where they actually do allow it to become heavy, and that's great, but they always bring you back up. They're always lifting you up, and I really appreciated that in this film.
I think part of that is to do with the casting of Daniel O'Brien. He has this natural ability to be able to be the klutz, to be able to be doing comedy without it being dialogue comedy. So the way he moves, the way he falls over things, the way he narrates some of his journey. He's writing these letters to Aimee, which we don't ever see him really do. But it's like in his head, and you get that, okay, he's talking to Aimee, he's kind of writing these love letters to a girl he hasn't seen for years. And so now we get to find out what his innermost, emotions are towards this person he likes. That's very funny in itself, but also what he says during those moments where he encounters some of the creatures is great. Yeah. I think this film definitely stands out because of Daniel O'Brien, Michael Rooker, but also the creature creations themselves.
They're so good.
There's a mix between CGI and animation, like animatronics or real world effects, so like the actual goo or actual puppeteering, that sort of thing. So they've mixed it in and it feels real. Yeah. So when you're seeing a big giant frog on screen, you feel like it's a big giant frog on screen. And actually, I can't remember looking at it at one point. When you skew your eyes and it's like, yeah, I know this isn't real, but that looks real.
Yeah.
Right? It has that sort of effects. And I think it is because they've mixed some of the mouth movements as the animatronic bits. So they've got this big CGI frog, and it can't be real. And then they zoom in into like little sucker things that, will come out and suck your blood or any little kind of creatures. I think that's partly why it's, for me, I was like, yeah, this world feels like an apocalyptic world, but
feels
realized.
Real. Yeah.
It also has one of the things that I hated. It also has one of the things better by games that I always want games to do this. So recently I played a game which has an post-apocalyptic future, and it's great. But it's stop and start. So you meet your monsters, then you attack them, and in between there's this landscape, and that's great. but the landscape is all empty. This world, if you notice, because I've seen it a couple of times now, if you notice the backgrounds, just a little bit, there's little creepy crawlies that will slither away.
Yeah.
Or in a van, you'll see a plant move, and the plant has two heads. It's that sort of the thing that makes it creepy, but also really fun. So the adventure's there. So you're with your character because you're wondering what's going to jump out. Don't step on that plant because it's going to eat you, or give you venom, and you're going to hallucinate. So many fun elements. It just feels like this world is just starting, which is my only annoying thing like this. A lot of films tend to grab you and fill you in with this world and the adventure that it could be, and then you get one movie and you never get to go back to that world, which is sad. I think it could be fun as a TV series or multiple films.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I think a TV series, it could be really fun.
Although it is a monster movie, and we've seen a cornucopia of them, I think Dylan O'Brien, the monster creature effects, the simpleness of the story actually works for it here. And the love affair between the man and his dog bit will always get me.
Oh, well, yeah.
We love our dogs. We love our pets.
Yeah.
And then Michael Rooker, it adds, it has so many elements that it keeps adding, and then it doesn't take itself too serious. A lot of fun.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun. And I think that's what makes it so rewatchable, is that it is a monster movie, but it's not going to leave you feeling like, ugh.
So I'm aware it's not Oscar worthy, although the special effects are probably worth an Oscar.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. And for me, sometimes these films are more entertaining than watching Oscar films, because Oscar films tend to take themselves really seriously most of the time. And those aren't films that I genuinely want to go back and watch. This is one I could probably stick on at any point during the movie or from the beginning if I just need to kind of escape. And that is, for me, a really good thing. A rewatchable movie that is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a B+.
Yep. And I'm going to give it an A- because it's so beautiful as well. The landscapes and all of the things that they've created are just, they're visually really stunning to look at. So A- for me.
A-. Hey. Cool. Let us know in the comments below. Have you seen it? Will you watch it now that it's on Netflix here in the UK? Or have you seen it again? Will you watch it again? Do you own it already? Thanks so much for watching this. We're going to do another Netflix review now, so look out for that. And that one's going to be a doozy.
Yeah. You have to say goodbye.
Oh, okay. Thanks for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember,
live long on Tuesday.
You happy now?
Yes.